Here we are in 2023 and you want to get into real estate photography. Well, today you are in luck because I'm going to show you how to pick which camera and lens combo to buy for shooting real estate. Let's get into it. Now, the first thing you need to know is that your edit will actually make a far bigger difference to your final images than the camera you use. So don't be afraid to start off with something on the cheaper side of things. I often suggest either a Canon M50 or a Sony a6000 as great budget options. They're both 24 megapixel, can shoot 1080p video, and come with some other useful features for real estate, like having a hot shoe for connecting the flash, a microphone jack for recording better audio, and exposure bracketing for if you want to shoot without a flash. Both of these cameras are crop sensor cameras. That means the sensor is smaller than a full frame camera like the A7S III here. And the focal length on the lens of the crop cameras is not directly comparable. With the Sony a6000, you need to multiply the focal range on your lens by 1.5 to get the true number. And with the Canon, you need to multiply by 1.6. Now, generally speaking, a great starting lens on a full frame camera like this one is a 16 to 35mm lens. And the closest available lens to that for the Canon is an 11-22mm lens, which is roughly equivalent to an 18 to 35. And for the Sony, you can get a 10 to 18mm, which is equivalent to a 15 to 27 or thereabouts. Now, if your budget extends a little further, I would suggest having a think about whether you want to prioritize better photos or better video. If better photos are your focus, I suggest you look at perhaps an older full frame camera, like a Sony a7 II, which can be found relatively cheap. They lack many of the helpful video features, but a 24 megapixel full frame sensor is fantastic for reducing image noise and capturing more dynamic range. If video is important for you, however, I would suggest you stick with a crop sensor camera and look at something a little newer with more features for the money. Whether you want to upgrade to something with 4K video or perhaps even slow motion 1080p recording, you could look at the Sony a6300. If you wanted in-body stabilization, the Sony a6500 would be a great option. Or if you're looking for something that shoots video in a flat log profile, maybe look at the a6400. Now, if you wanted to sort of combine all of that and get something that does everything at once, the a6600 is the camera that you're after. I'm sure that Canon and Nikon both have offerings here too, but honestly, the amount of secondhand a6000 series cameras from Sony on the used market is incredible, and I see them all the time. They're really good value for the money too when you're starting out. Now, if all of the previous options seem a little lacking to you and you want something without compromises, well, this video probably isn't the one for you. And I'm sure by the time you're ready for a no compromises kit, you'll already know what to look for anyway. And honestly, if you're just starting out, learning those skills and getting experience behind you is going to make 1000% more difference to your quality of work rather than just spending more money on a better camera or a better lens. Well, I hope this video has been helpful to everyone. I have left some links down below for if you would like to check out any of my recommendations on Amazon. Other than that, I hope I could help. Have a good one.